Starstruck, a galactic love story. In the sparkling vastness of the Xandarian Nebula, two great empires had coexisted in tension for centuries. The crystalline Kvori collective, renowned for their sharp-edged elegance and logical precision, and the bioluminescent Vellorian Dominion, beings of ethereal beauty, grace, and emotional depth. Despite countless peace treaties, skirmishes between the two civilizations were frequent. Minor conflicts born out of misunderstandings or cultural differences. Yet all previous battles paled in comparison to the epic confrontation brewing over the planet Eldaria. Eldaria was no ordinary planet. Rich in both natural resources and strategic positioning, it was the jewel coveted by both empires. The Kvori sought the planet's massive deposits of crystalline energy, a power source integral to their technology and very being. The Vellorians desired its vibrant, lush biosphere, essential to sustain their organic ships and living habitats. Diplomatic negotiations had utterly failed. War was declared simultaneously by both sides, and Eldaria became the site of a colossal battle. The skies darkened as hundreds of ships filled Eldaria's orbit, crystal battleships glittering menacingly opposite massive, organic vessels pulsing with bioluminescent patterns. At the forefront of the Kvori fleet was Commander Zeph'ix. A formidable crystalline warrior, Zeph'ix's figure was intimidatingly graceful, shimmering like a polished sapphire in starlight. Known for his unwavering dedication to duty and fierce prowess in battle, Zeph'ix led his fleet confidently toward victory. Opposing him was Captain Lira'len of the Vellorian Dominion. Her form was mesmerizing, translucent skin pulsed with shifting, vibrant colors, her tendrils moving with elegant precision. A brilliant strategist, Lira'len commanded with an empathetic yet unwavering authority. The initial clash was catastrophic. Crystal beams and organic plasma tore through the skies, wreckage cascading down into Eldaria's oceans and forests. Neither side was willing to concede even an inch of territory. In a chaotic maneuver, Zeph'ix's personal cruiser collided directly with Lira'len's flagship, sending both hurtling toward Eldaria's surface. As their ships plunged through the atmosphere, the two commanders ejected, spiraling into an uncharted jungle below, separated from their troops and communication lines. Waking separately, Zeph'ix and Lira'len each quickly understood their perilous positions, alone, stranded in enemy territory. However, fate soon reunited them as they both stumbled upon a massive, crystalline cavern deep within Eldaria's jungle. Their reunion was far from pleasant. "Stay back, Vellorian glowworm!" Zeph'ix roared, brandishing his crystal blade menacingly. His angular face glowed fiercely, defiant and proud. "Oh please," Lira'len scoffed, her tendrils illuminating irritably. "Spare me your primitive insults. Without your crystal toys you're harmless." Before they could engage in combat, however, Eldaria itself intervened. A sudden quake shook the cavern, collapsing the entrance and trapping them together beneath tons of rock and rubble. In the echoing silence afterward, Zeph'ix sighed heavily, vibrations humming softly through his crystalline body. "Well, this is inconvenient." Lira'len's glow softened slightly, shifting to a gentler shade of teal. Understatement of the millennium. Days passed beneath Eldaria's surface, forcing enemies into reluctant cooperation. Their debates were initially sharp, combative exchanges. Zeph'ix was methodical, precise, and frustratingly logical, while Lira'len countered with intuitive insights and emotional appeals that Zeph'ix struggled to grasp. Their arguments, however, gradually revealed surprising common ground. Both had struggled with the expectations of leadership, with loneliness amidst their duties, and with secret insecurities. Lira'len confessed embarrassingly how her bioluminescence uncontrollably brightened whenever she was anxious or excited, something Zeph'ix found endearingly amusing. Zeph'ix reluctantly revealed his own embarrassing quirk. When overcome with strong emotions, his crystalline structure emitted soft musical vibrations, earning endless teasing from his subordinates. Lira'len laughed joyously, causing Zeph'ix's chest to emit a faint, melodious chime in embarrassment, leading both to laughter. Absurd as their situation was, the humor eased tensions, gradually transforming hostility into genuine friendship, and soon, something deeper. Finally escaping their subterranean trap using a mix of crystal-cutting techniques and Lira'len's illuminating spores as guides, they emerged into the Eldarian wilderness. Their goal became clear: return to their fleets and halt the catastrophic war. But as they navigated Eldaria's exotic, unpredictable terrain, absurdity continued to plague their efforts. First, Zeph'ix accidentally triggered a native Eldarian creature's mating ritual by humming emotionally during a tense moment, resulting in a very awkward and comically surreal chase through the jungle. Later, attempting to cross an Eldarian swamp, Lira'len's glowing tendrils attracted an enthusiastic swarm of luminescent insects, covering her completely and forcing Zeph'ix into a hysterical rescue. These shared absurdities, though chaotic, further deepened their bond. Each misadventure highlighted their growing reliance on each other, drawing them inexorably closer together. Finally reaching a joint emergency base where their subordinates had established fragile peace, Zeph'ix and Lira'len's return initially caused chaos. Both were quickly arrested as traitors by their stunned subordinates, thrown into separate cells amidst accusations of brainwashing. Yet even apart, their bond remained strong. Zeph'ix's melodic vibrations filled his cell, an unintentional symphony of longing. Lira'len's vibrant colors pulsed rhythmically, signaling her emotional turmoil clearly through the base. Their troops, bemused and exasperated by this unexpected romantic drama, found themselves increasingly sympathetic. If their fierce leaders could fall absurdly in love amidst war, perhaps the conflict itself was meaningless? But before any resolution was reached, both armies received dire orders. Full-scale planetary assault had been authorized. Time was running out. Zeph'ix and Lira'len knew they had one chance to prevent galactic tragedy and preserve the love neither had ever anticipated. Locked away in adjacent cells, Zeph'ix and Lira'len were each consumed by an intense longing and a burning resolve to avert impending disaster. Their growing bond had transcended their differences, proving love stronger than centuries-old prejudices. Determined to reunite, Zeph'ix began emitting rhythmic vibrations, resonating through the crystalline cell walls, creating a soft but clear musical pattern. From her cell, Lira'len felt the gentle waves, interpreting their meaning instantly. Smiling warmly, her tendrils illuminated in synchronized pulses, responding in perfect harmony. Their subtle, musical communication captivated guards from both empires. Initially bewildered, they soon became intrigued, then deeply moved. Each melody carried an undeniable sincerity that transcended boundaries and logic. Lieutenant Kreven, a stern Vellorian officer, finally broke the silence. Are we truly imprisoning our leaders for daring to find love instead of war? Across the corridor, Kvori Captain Shardis replied hesitantly. It's absurd. Yet, strangely compelling. After brief deliberation, their troops reached an unprecedented decision. Cells opened simultaneously, and Zeph'ix and Lira'len, freed, embraced openly, glowing vibrantly and humming softly, a poignant moment witnessed by their once hostile troops. This war must end, Zeph'ix declared firmly. If we, your fiercest warriors, can find unity in love, surely peace between our worlds is achievable. The troops, inspired yet apprehensive, listened as Zeph'ix and Lira'len outlined their bold plan. Infiltrate the High Council peace negotiations, scheduled hastily aboard Eldaria's orbital moon station, to plead directly to their leaders. Disguised absurdly once more, as each other's prisoners, they set their plan into motion. Their infiltration proved hilariously disastrous. Zeph'ix's clumsy attempt to mimic Lira'len's luminescent speech pattern quickly devolved into comedic confusion, exposing their deception immediately. The council erupted into chaos, with accusations hurled in every direction. In desperation, Lira'len stepped forward, tentacles shimmering brilliantly, and shouted, "Enough! Have we truly forgotten that our lives mean more than crystals and planets?" Zeph'ix joined her passionately, his crystalline voice resonating throughout the chamber. "We have fought long enough, blinded by traditions that only breed destruction. Look at us, see the absurdity. If love can unite two stubborn warriors, imagine what it could do for entire empires." A silence descended, punctuated only by a nervous cough and a solitary piece of gelatinous pastry sliding comically down an elder's face, left over from the prior chaos. Then, slowly at first, laughter erupted. Council members and warriors alike found themselves smiling. The absurdity of their situation, the melodramatic speeches, failed disguises, and pastry-covered dignitaries, had unintentionally become the perfect catalyst for genuine reconciliation. "Perhaps," began High Elder Vorian of the Kvori with a rare smile, "we have all been fools." Vellorian Grand Luminary Zirali chuckled softly, her voice warm. "Fools indeed, but maybe wiser fools now." Negotiations shifted dramatically. A new treaty was quickly drafted. Eldaria would become neutral territory, jointly governed by both civilizations, symbolizing their newfound unity. Peace, once thought impossible, became reality within mere hours. Zeph'ix and Lira'len became legends overnight, their absurd romance celebrated as a beacon of hope. Their wedding united both empires in joyous celebration, blending crystalline hymns and bioluminescent dances beneath Eldaria's starlit skies. The ceremony, as dazzling as it was absurdly comedic, was remembered fondly for generations, particularly the unforgettable moment Zeph'ix's nervous vibrations accidentally activated the ceremonial fireworks, hours too early. In peace, both empires flourished beyond imagination, discovering strength and innovation in unity. Eldaria blossomed into a utopian haven, testament to the harmony once deemed impossible. Years passed happily for Zeph'ix and Lira'len, their love only growing deeper and richer with time. Their romance inspired countless others from both civilizations, shattering barriers and misconceptions, proving love's universal strength. One peaceful evening, as Eldaria's twin moons glowed softly, Zeph'ix turned to Lira'len, his sapphire eyes warm. Can you imagine Lyra? From enemies to lovers, through caverns, absurd mishaps, and diplomatic disasters. Who knew it would lead here? She smiled lovingly, her tendrils glowing gently in his embrace. Sometimes the universe's most beautiful things are born from its most ridiculous moments. He hummed softly, the melody tender and soothing. Around them, Eldaria's glowing wildlife gently responded, creating a symphony of natural harmony. From that moment onward, Zeph'ix and Lira'len knew their story had forever changed their worlds, and perhaps the galaxy itself. In embracing absurdity and defying convention, they had created a future brighter, stranger, and infinitely more joyful than anyone could have imagined. Their tale was retold again and again across countless stars, an inspiring reminder that even amidst war, rivalry, and absurdity, the greatest force in the universe remains love. And as galaxies spun silently onward, the improbable romance of a crystal warrior and a glowing tactician lived eternally in legend, proof that in the vast cosmic dance, absurdity itself might just be the truest path to happiness. The end.